We're just coming into Mexico. I gotta fly the Q flag, the quarantine flag. We're coming into a new country. We haven't cleared in and done all the formalities yet. We're gonna show you what formalities do take place because they are kind of still on coronavirus sort of lockdown protocols, made up protocols.
Sit there.
Passage beers!
Passage beers! Let's do it.
I am Warren.
And I am Erica. And together,
We are WEsail.
A year ago, we left on a journey of a lifetime, sailing around the world living the gypsy life. We have been living a dream that most wait a lifetime to do. Join us as we travel the world 1 nautical mile at a time.
Alright guys, well we are 100 miles outside of Zihuantanejo, which is about a day sail, and it's so calm that I can take care of a couple jobs. And the biggest one is that since we've had a motor so much more than we'd hoped to or thought we would, we just went over our 200-hour limit for the oil change. So I'm going to just take care of one motor. I have just enough oil to do one motor. I have the oil, have my oil filter wrench, which is really neat, funnels, the filter. This is what actually sucks it out. Since we can't get to the drain plug, we suck it out through the oil dipstick tube. So this goes in there and actually sucks it out. And this is where we put our used oil. I'm gonna need a couple of these, which I have. And so that's what I'm working on today. Actually, you know what I just decided? Since we got the time, plenty of it, and to keep it interesting, I'm gonna try and make it really cinematic. 50mm lens, has some really cinematic music. Erica thinks I'm crazy, but I probably am because I've got too much time on my hands. Been out here for 18 days. So, cinematic sequence. Go. Honey, that's it. There you go. There you go. There you go.
To start.
I love it.
Sort of.
Well, it looks like it's the last night of our journey. We didn't quite make it up to Cabo, unfortunately. It kind of feels like quitting, and I'm a little brokenhearted about it, but at least I'm getting everybody back to land safely, so I guess that's good. And it is a beautiful sunset tonight. Beautiful. And we're getting to sail just a little bit, motor sail. So save a little bit of gas. We don't have much wind, but we're gonna make use of what we've got.
Land ho!
Yeah?
Yeah! Unless that's clouds. No, it's land.
All right.
We made it
we are about 4 hours outside of Zihuantanejo. Should put us in there sometime mid-afternoon.
We saw the sight of our first human today.
Yeah,
Already.
that was
out in
crazy.
A panga.
Yeah, a fishing guy out in a panga. Yeah. So we're definitely getting back to civilization. It's been how? 17
days?
18. I think today's 18.
Well, this is our last green pepper.
Oh, good. Low on eggs.
No, we've got plenty of eggs.
Oh,
We've
really?
got plenty of potatoes left.
Okay, good. All right. Well, it's a little sad, but also kind of exciting to get to land.
Yeah, I think it's a big step.
Okay. Yeah, we did okay.
Ahoy! Other sailor? He's barely moving.
I know, he's going pretty much dead down.
We are just coming into Mexico. I gotta fly the Q flag, the quarantine flag, because we've been out in quarantine, but it's basically to signify that we're coming into a new country. We haven't cleared in and done all the formalities yet, and so if immigration and customs and all that need to come aboard, they know which vessel needs to be cleared in. So that's what we're gonna do and see actually what formalities do take place, because they are kind of still on coronavirus sort of lockdown protocols, made up protocols. Okay.
We're queued up.
So when we get in port, we call the port captain and see what they need us to do.
Okay, let's drop the sails.
Yeah, good idea.
Right. What wind? Actually, no, it doesn't fucking matter. There's not enough. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Go back.
Our approach into Zihuantanejo was well looked forward to, and we couldn't wait to drop the anchor, turn off the engines, and sleep all through the night. Our first impressions coming into port were high. There was signs of life and action all around. We saw fishermen, cars driving around, even a few surfers on the beach as we were coming in. We all had mixed feelings and thoughts about what life was going to be like after 18 days at sea, and what life was going to be like back on land. But so far, things were looking good. As we navigated in, we saw 4 other sailboats anchored just off the shore, and we found ourselves a spot in the middle of all of them.
Basically, so hook at 70 or 80.
You okay? Is that a whale? Did I hear a whale? It's a truck. We were all eager to wander around town and check things out, get our feet on some soil, and find us a tasty Mexican margarita. But first things first. Passage beers!
Passage beers! Let's do it. One for you.
Cheers.
Passage beers!
For some reason, Passage beers just taste so much better than regular beers. Passage beers!
Cheers. Cheers.
Well done, guys.
Right on.
Wait, how do I drink this, Trevor?
I was just saying, our distance made good. I'm doing the math right now. Is 1,020 miles. It's not very far. In 18 days, which puts our average at 56 miles a day. I mean, we averaged a lot more than that. Because we did the long way around to where we are now.
So you're saying we could have done this better?
Oh yeah, I mean, if the winds were different, we could have done it way better. But I mean, with the wind, we just used what winds we had, and we had to go way out and down and around and then back up. And that was the only way we could have gotten here by sailing. Then we couldn't have motored here in one shot. We would have had to stop, which wasn't a choice. It was either Costa Rica, stay in Costa Rica. It seems like Mexico is the only other place that we have heard of that is open. Literally every place else except the United States, because we're United States citizens, we can go there. But other than that, we cannot go anywhere else. So literally Mexico is our only other choice.
After our much-deserved passage beer, Okay, beers, plural. We called into the port captain's office to make sure that we follow the proper clearance formalities and check us all into the country. But it seems like every time we try to do it the right way, per all the books and forums available, we are told differently or no one answers the radio. But we quickly realized it was Sunday, and no official offices were open, so we decided to go to shore and find ourselves that margarita.
I'm begging you to, please, let's go get some margaritas.
No salt.
I will give you a shout when we get into the town.
Okay.
Hopefully have higher speed. We're gonna go try to find margaritas now. Drink it.
Dinghy action. Wow, she's full.
I know, it's pretty good.
Releasing.
Please release.
To town for margaritas. Look, I even dressed up.
We've earned not only passage beers, but
Nice shirt.
passage margaritas.
Nicest shirt for Trevor, nicest shirt for Warren. To Margaritaville.
Cinematic.
Always so fun. Always an adventure with you.
You're welcome.
Hola.
Land feels funny.
Oh,
Solid, it's not moving. This is odd. Nothing moves. It's crazy.
It's ghost town. 3 weeks out at the ocean. It's still ghost town. A town that was once filled with people walking the streets, locals selling authentic goods to visiting tourists, bars and restaurants crowded with sunburned partygoers, was now a ghost town. The storefronts were all boarded up, the beachfront fish stalls were closed down, and the sounds of silence filled the air rather than mariachi bands on every corner. We felt more than ever all the eyes on us. Where had we come from? What were they doing here, stairs? This is unreal.
Well, this is very surprising. Are you not surprised?
Not really.
Really?
No.
Well, it turns out that the world is still closed. I don't know. I think we thought it was going to be just a little bit more recovered and open by then, and especially Mexico too, because they were still allowing. There's no margaritas. There's no restaurants open. There's no bars open. It's just nothing
Month of May.
for the whole month of May. So another month.
I mean, I don't want to say that I wasn't expecting this to happen, but it didn't seem like it was gonna end so quickly.
It's Mexican ghost town.
It is.
For sure. Oh, you guys, what a bummer.
After wandering the empty streets for about an hour, we found one restaurant that was open for business. They were serving local dishes with fresh seafood from the fishermen that were still trying to make a living during the lockdown. The only thing was that we had to take the food to go, so we headed back to the boat since there was really nothing much for us to see or do around town.
Trace! I think we all expected to be a little bit more tequila drunk by now.
Yeah, but unfortunately, things are worse than we expected.
They are worse than we
Apparently
expected.
the world has changed.
Yep, everything is shut down. So we're gonna go home and make margaritas.
and think of all the happy times we've had. Okay, well, we've been at sea for 3 weeks and we've been on land for 3 hours. That's all this town has allowed.
Now I want to go back out to sea.
I do, I really want to go back out to sea. We had more liberties out there than we do here.
Sea people.
Can't come out any faster!
Not exactly what we expected from the entry at Mexico, but we're making do. To-go camarones, ceviche,
And homemade margaritas.
Cheers. Well done. Thanks. Oh, delicious. All right, let's dig in.
This is our morning because of the alcohol. I think.
One margarita did us in!
Actually, we had 2 margaritas. Let's not lie to the people.
There's only a few beers involved.
I think we're out of practice. I know we're out of practice.
Yeah.
Wednesday, May 6th. This is Tim from the sailing vessel Northwest Passage. Actually transmitting from the house on the beach here. I see 4 sailboats in the bay. I guess the regulars, and then 1 new catamaran. But let's see who's online this morning for a check-in. See who's out there.
All right, Tim, thank you very much. Really good information. Thanks so much. Have a great day, and we'll talk to you later.
Ready.
Ready to take on the world.
We're ready to go to town and try and check in.
That's how Trevor's gonna walk around town.
I'm going to the bank like this.
Oh God, the one time you can get away with wearing a mask into the bank.
Oh God.
Not as exciting as our margarita hunt yesterday, but we need to do this.
Since we were having a hard time hailing the port authorities on the radio, we headed back to shore to go do the whole check-in rigmarole.
Let's just go to the window.
Oh.
Ventanilla, all the Puerto.
The front?
I think so.
Hola.
Yes.
Sí. So what now?
Well, because we came outside of Mexico, they need to call the Immigration and Customs, which is not in Zihuantanejo, and they're going to have to come to our boat and board the vessel to do health clearance and all the paperwork on the boat.
So we got to just wait. It may happen today, it may not.
Yeah.
Okay, please get.
There you go.
Yes, you have to remain in your boat,
Okay.
awaiting the office, the Houston Immigration and Sanity authorities.
Okay.
Please, you have permission to land. Okay.
So stay on the boat.
Until the sanity authorities give
Check. Yeah.
He's coming in 1 hour.
Okay.
Oh, good.
Okay.
Oh.
Gracias.
Okay.
Media hora. Doctora.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
Okay.
Hola,
buenas tardes.
Buenas tardes.
Buenas tardes. About an hour later, the authorities showed up to the boat. Health and Sanitation, Customs and Immigration, and about 5 additional people for whatever reason. So we went from just 3 of us for 18 days to 7 complete strangers snooping around our confined boat. If you ask me, it was quite the opposite of distancing. However, it was what was needed to be done to get us all cleared in. We had been suggested to take a log of our temperatures every day on our passage to give the authorities upon arrival, which was very helpful for them to clear us.
What do you call it? Chayuco. ¿Cervezas?
¿Cómo se llama la embarcación?
Ebolias.
Ebolias. ¿Nacional?
Estados Unidos.
Estados Unidos.
Thank you,
Gatorade.
Thank you.
That's what adiós. That's what I need. Your passport, your certificate.
Perfect.
Certificate.
Bye. Thank you.
Okay.
They had processed all of our paperwork and even parted ways with the remainder of our fresh fruits and vegetables, which luckily wasn't all that much. Yeah. Okay. Dinghy is launched.
What else?
What, that we're getting rid of Trevor today?
Thank God!
Oh, it's sad. He's been so great. It's so nice.
The next day, Trevor left us. The end. Well, Trevor was leaving us, but we weren't really sure how much longer it was going to take us to finally reach our destination, so he was going back to Florida and possibly sort out some work on the super yacht that he was working on just before joining us. And of course, see his girlfriend, who probably thought we had kidnapped him.
Oh, buddy, it's been real.
Danae,
I am kind of sad.
I kind of know how to sail now.
Yeah, you do. I think you could, if you needed to get somewhere, you could do it.
About 7,000 times more than I knew before I got on this boat. Arrivederci!